Now, this petition has some bearing upon the ongoing scam investigation.
Which scam?
The education appointments.
All right. The CBI is already investigating the matter.
Investigating, I had asked certain complaints. I want to place this complaint before the CBI. I have placed it. They should have taken this into consideration.
Since no direct submission or allegation has been made against you, I don't know what is there in the petition.
There is. But there are some.
Maybe.
There is.
But then prayer is for consideration of the representation. Who is the petitioner? How is he connected?
One of the victims of this case.
One of the victims. Why before this court?
Because
for
the simple reason, Milord, that the investigation is being carried out in terms of the order of this court.
Yes.
Supreme Court, Milord, did not interfere.
It is true, but to let a victim come. If a victim comes, I can allow his prayer. But somebody who is no way connected, coming up and saying that, please inquire.
Now, Milord, this petition has some bearing upon the ongoing scam investigation.
Which scam?
The education appointments.
All right.
Now, the petitioner, hearing that one of the victim, he had written a letter to the director of CBI, kindly turn to page 25, pointing out certain facts which would be necessary for the purpose of investigation if the investigation is to be carried on the logical conclusion. Well, my humble prayer would be, let the CBI take this into cognizance and carry on the investigation in which the investigation is on.
But
The CBI is already investigating the matter.
Investigating, I had asked certain complaints. I want to place this complaint before the CBI. I have placed it. They should have taken this into consideration. And in fact, in such a similar case, I am told before the High Court, one gentleman moved and he was pressurized to withdraw the application on payment of the money which was given by him for the sake of appointment. That's the order I have been favored with by one of my friends. If this is the position, nobody will be affected if the CBI takes us into consideration. And this is on money was paid and petition was persuaded to withdraw. But that would really ultimately frustrate the investigation. Therefore, this complaint which I have not made.
Yes.
but I am for respondent number 6.
6. Who is respondent number 6?
The present MP. Well, let's see page 5, paragraph number 5 once.
1 minute.
Yes.
Who is for the CBI?
CBI case.
Did you serve?
Yes.
Who usually appears? Amrita Sinha.
No, have na.
You should have got hold of Mr. Amajit Dey, who appears for the CBI. Give a call to him. Since no direct submission or allegation has been made against you, I don't know what is there in the petition.
There is. But there are some.
Maybe.
There is.
But then prayer is for consideration of the representation.
The one issue is that whether your lordship will entertain this in terms of page 5, paragraph number 5.
Page
Lordship will
5,
just see
paragraph
page 5, paragraph number 5. Who is before your lordship and the settled principles of Supreme Court? Sees that and then decides whether he actually has any right or not. Because a person coming before the writ court, let's see, this is the principle of invoking writ jurisdiction. Well, I'm relying on 2001-4 SCC 734.
Who is the petitioner? How is he connected?
One of the victim of this case.
One of the victims.
But he has not specified that.
Where is that averment that he is the victim?
Yes, Malad?
Yes, that is here. The petition kindly cannot come to.
Because of paragraph number 5, with deepest respect, my lord, if he was a victim, it would have been like that. He isn't a victim. He is nowhere connected. If that be the case, my lord, Supreme Court has clearly said that.
Kindly come to paragraph 7. Yes, I agree with him. There is no specific averment that he is the victim personally, but he speaks for the society and.
No, then in that case, appeal or something of that sort would have been maintainable. Why before this court?
Because
for
the simple reason, that the investigation is being carried out in terms of the order of this court.
Yes.
Supreme Court did not interfere.
It is true, but to let a victim come. If a victim comes, I can allow his prayer. But somebody who is no way connected, coming up and saying that, please inquire.
But it sees the principle. I'm sorry, my lord. What Supreme Court is saying, sees page, the second page, paragraph number 2.
No, principle, that's very important. I have placed that order. Now, the victim was persuaded to withdraw the petition. Therefore, if the victim is persuaded to withdraw the petition upon pressure, now I, being one of the spirited citizen, have the right to bring it notice of the court. But I am not asking anything new, that there should be a fresh investigation. The investigation is going on. That has the effect, and that the materials which will not have placed before the CBI should be taken into cognizance. Nothing more, nothing less.
With greatest respect, this is where Supreme Court comes in and says that this is absolutely not maintainable. Your Lordship's pleasure would be to kindly see, I'll show two judgments to your Lordship. My Lord, sees the judgment which I've shown to your Lordship, paragraph number 2.
Yes,
May I just place it, my Lord? After that, my Lord,
sure.
I revere him
Sure.
a lot. My Lord, paragraph number 2. Generally speaking, a person shall have no locus standi to file a writ petition if he is not personally affected by an impugned order, or his fundamental rights have neither been directly or substantially invaded, nor is there an imminent threat of such right being invaded or his acquired interest have been violated ignoring applicable rules. The relief under 226 of the Constitution is based on the existence of a right in favor of a person invoking the jurisdiction. The exception to this general rule is only in case where the writ applied is a writ of habeas corpus or a quo warranto or filed in public interest. It is a matter of prudence that the court confines the exercise of writ jurisdiction to cases where legal wrong or legal injuries are caused to a particular person or his fundamental rights are violated, and not to entertain cases of individual wrongs or injury at the instance of a third party where there is an effective legal aid organization which can take care of such a case. Well, this principle, my Lord, is echoed again in 2012, the same. My Lord, relying on this, my Lord, your Lordship's pleasure would be to kindly take this judgment. 2013, 4 SCC 465.
2013 কত বললেন?
4 SCC 465.
এটা কত বললেন?
Cannot be entertained, my Lord, because then it opens a floodgate.
আগে I will show you.
Somebody holding a banner on somebody else's behalf in writ court possibly is not permissible. My Lord's pleasure would be to see the third page. Third page comes absolutely at the bottom of the page, held. A stranger cannot be permitted to meddle in any proceeding unless he satisfies the authority of the court that he falls within the category of aggrieved persons. Only a person who has suffered or suffers from legal injury can challenge the act or action, order, etc. in a court of law. A writ petition under Article 226 of the Constitution is maintainable either for the purpose of enforcing a statutory or a legal right, or where there is a complaint by the writ petitioner that that there has been a breach of duty, statutory duty, on the part of the authorities. Therefore, there must be a judicially enforceable right available for enforcement on the basis of which the writ jurisdiction is resorted to. It is implicit in the exercise of such extraordinary jurisdiction that a relief paid for must be one to enforce a legal right. In fact, the existence of such right is the foundation of exercise of this said jurisdiction by the court. The legal right can be...
This is a very settled proposition.
My Lord, I
can understand this.
If that is the case, my Lord, with greatest respect, this is a person who's trying to canvass somebody else's cause, and that somebody else is not before your Lordship, and making absolutely vague allegations with respect to something which is on. There is a CBI proceeding which is on, and the CBI is...
Are you aware of this matter? Copy not served. Please serve a copy upon him so that he gets to know what is there.
Whether they want to...
Yes?
It is upon them to decide whether they wish to...
That's all.
Exactly. So let the advocate get to know what is there. Go through it. I am adjourning it for the day.
আমার শুধু দরকার, তোমরা করো, আমি তাকে বারবার ভয় নাকি এই একটা জাজমেন্ট অ্যাপ্লিকেবল না, ভালো করে পড়ো।
None appears on behalf of the Central Bureau of Investigation. Stop. Let a copy of the writ petition be served upon Mr. Amajit De, learned advocate, who usually represents CBI before this court. Stop. Mr. De shall come ready with necessary instruction on the adjourned date.
Let it be on 4th, beloved.
4th? List on 4th. Correct line. Learned advocate representing the respondent number 6 has raised a preliminary objection with regard to the maintainability of the writ petition at the instance of the petitioner. Stop. The said issue will be taken up for consideration on the adjourned date. Affidavit of service is taken on record.